Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth in all honesty and sincerity with great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Akim, that come looking like the heathen, pursuant to the speckled bird mentioned in the book of Jeremiah. Shalom to you, Akwat, that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role as the scriptures command you to. Do a lesson on John Hyrcanus, king of Judea. This man is one of the reasons why you have people of Idumea claiming themselves to be Jayish. I'm not gonna say the word, they flagging and tagging, certain words. So, bypass that algorithm. I'm gonna say Jayish. But I don't know if you can see. Try to zoom in. Okay. Yeah. But this man is responsible for making the Idumeans convert to Judaism. His name is John Hyrcanus. And this is mentioned in the Apocrypha, man. Another vital piece of history that backs with secular history, man. But John Hyrcanus, born 175 BC and died 104 BC, high priest and ruler of the Jewish nation from 134 to 104 BC. Under his reign, the Hasmonean kingdom of Judea in ancient Palestine attained power and great prosperity, and the Pharisees, a scholarly sect with popular backing, and the Sadducees, an aristocratic sect that compromised the priesthood, became well-defined religious parties. Hyrcanus was the youngest son of Simon Maccabeus, and thus a member of the Hasmonean dynasty, so-called after an ancestor named Hasmoneus. In 137 BC, he and his brother Judas commanded the force that heroically repelled the invasion of Judea led by Sendibius, the general of the Syrian king Antiochus the Seventh, Antiochus Sadducees. In 135, Hyrcanus' brother-in-law Ptolemy, the governor of Jericho, assassinated Hyrcanus' father and two elder brothers. Hyrcanus then succeeded to the high priest and the supreme authority in Judea. Yeah, man. It's like technical difficulties on the dang on system. But I left off the remainder of Hyrcanus' reign was marked by his effort to punish his enemies, ward off the Syrians, and enlarge Judea's boundaries. Although he struggled in vain to destroy Ptolemy, he successfully thwarted Syrian incursion by alliance with Rome and conquered the unfriendly neighboring territories of Samaria and Idumea, Edom. he forced Idumea to convert to Judaism, the first example of conversion imposed by the Jews in their history. Upon his death, Hyrcanus was succeeded by his eldest son, Aristobulus. First, Hyrcanus' reign was last, under which Judea was a powerful united state. So, that's what happened, man. He through the power that that Hasmonean dynasty had, they forced them into under Judaism, which you following these laws, you go abide by this way, the same way how our people were forced to follow Roman ways of living when we were in captivity in Rome, same as the Greek and Babylonian, and even here today in America, man. But I'm gonna go into the book of Maccabees, the 16th chapter, First Maccabees, 16th chapter, and I'll start from the top. Then came up John from Gazara and told Simon his father what Syndibius had done. Wherefore Simon called his eldest son, Judas and John, and said unto them, I and my brethren in my father's house have ever from our youth unto this day fought against the enemies of Israel, and things have prospered so well in our hands that we have delivered Israel oftentimes. But now I am old, and ye by God's mercy are of a sufficient age. Be ye instead of me and my brother, and go and fight for our nation, and the help from heaven be with you. So he chose out of the country 20,000 men of war with horsemen, who went out against Syndibius, and rested that night in Modin. And when as they rose in the morning and went into the plain, behold, a mighty great host, both of footmen and horsemen, came against them. Howbeit there was a water brook betwixt them, so he and his people pitched over against them. And when he saw that the people were afraid to go over the water brook, he went first over himself, and then the men, seeing him, passed through after him. That done, he divided his men and set the horsemen in the midst of the footmen, for the enemy's horsemen were very many. Then sounded they with the holy trumpets, whereupon Syndibius and his hosts were put to flight, so that many of them were slain, and the remnant gat them to the stronghold. At that time was Judas, John's brother, wounded, but John still followed after them until he came to Cedron, which Syndibius had built. So they fled unto the towers in the fields of Azotus, wherefore he burnt it with fire, so that there were slain of them about 2,000 men. Afterwards he returned into the land of Judea in peace. Moreover, the plain of Jericho was Ptolemy, the son of Abubus, made captain, and he had abundance of silver and gold, for he was the high priest's son-in-law. Wherefore his heart being lifted up, he thought to get the country to himself, and thereupon consulted deceitfully against Simon and his sons to destroy them. Now Simon was visiting the cities that were in the country, and taking care of the good ordering of them, at which time he came down himself to Jericho with his sons, Matthias and Judas, and in the 167th year, in the 11th month, called Sabbat, where the son of Abubus received them deceitfully into a little hole called Docus, which he had built, made them a great banquet. Howbeit he had hid men there. So when Simon and his son had drunk largely, Ptolemy and his men rose up and took their weapons and came upon Simon into the blanketing place and slew him and his 2 sons and certain of his servants, in which doing he committed a great treachery and recompensed evil for good. Then Ptolemy wrote these things and sent to the king that he should send him an host to aid him, and he would deliver him the country and cities. He sent others also to Gazara to kill John. And unto the tribunes he sent letters to come unto him, that he might give them silver and gold and rewards. And others he sent to take Jerusalem and the mountain of the temple. Now one had run afore to Gazara and told John that his father and brother were slain, and quoted, Ptolemy has sent to slay thee also. Hereof, when he heard, he was sore astonished. So he laid hands on them that were come to destroy him, and slew them, for he knew that they sought to make him away, or take him away. As concerning the rest of the acts of John, and his wars and worthy deeds which he did, and the building of the walls which he made, and his doings, behold, these are written in the chronicles of his priesthood, from the time he was made high priest and after his father. You know, the Maccabees, man, they were men of war, man. They were men of war, and they put in a lot of work for Israel. You know, this is something that they don't tell you about your history, man, about Israelite history, man. They don't want you to connect yourself to these type of men, these type of people who were valiant men and men that were led by the Lord, man, in doing these things. But you know, this is where you get that ish word from, the J-ish terminology, because ish means like or pertaining to. So, you know, if somebody say your child is, you're acting like a child. You're not a child, but you're acting like one. So this whole time, these people have been acting like the J's, but they are not, man. Anywho, I think this thing gonna keep on acting up. But I'm gonna grab some scriptures. I'm gonna grab Jeremiah 31:1. And it reads, At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the power of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love, therefore with loving kindness have I drawn thee. The Lord is not dealing with any other nation, man. You can't just graft yourself into this, man. This is a bloodline affair, man. This is about bloodline, man. And heritage that the Lord gave unto us, man. You know? Can't just graft yourself into this, man. This is all about bloodline, man. Abraham, Isaac, unto Jacob, and Jacob 12 sons, man. And his 12 sons are great nations now, man, while in captivity. But those are the Lord's people, man. Can't just put a title on yourself and say you the Lord's people. No, that's not it. You don't fit none of those. The people over there in the land of Israel do not fit any other prophecies for them to be in their land. For one, the wars have not stopped. The earth is not at peace. It's not a The land of flowing with milk and honey over there, it's a desert, man. It's defiled. It's filthy, man. And it's heathens over there, for the most part, occupying that land. You know? I'm going to grab another one. Revelations chapter 2. And I'll get verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life, man. So the Lord telling you, man, who the devil is, man, who got control of the prison system. Same back in Rome, man. They were the superpower back then. This is the rebirth of the Roman Empire, man. That deadly wound that has been healed. And they have broken it up into 3 factions, man. America being the military might, the Vatican being the hub of the religious section of the Roman Empire, and Great Britain being the money. You know, it's the same empire. But the true children of Israel, man, the true Jays, man, they will fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28:15-68, man. But I hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Baba.